Putin has no intention of offing Prigozhin, according to Lukashenko. Yevgeny Prigozhin, head of the Russian private military company Wagner, does not look guilty. According to Beltia's report, Belarusian President Lukashenko made the above statement during a meeting with foreign journalists and Belarusian media. Alexander Lukashenko: I do not know and do not want to know everything about the relationship between Putin and Prigozhin. But you must understand that Putin knows Prigozhin better than I do. I met him only when organizing various events. Putin has known him longer. They have lived and worked there since St. Petersburg. They maintain good relations with each other. Maybe the relationship is better than that. I know Prigozhin is free. Including now. We talked on the phone many times. I think we were on the phone with him yesterday afternoon and discussing the future of PMC Wagner. He told me the same thing: we will work on behalf of Russia, in the interests of Russia, and we will do our duty to the end according to the decisions taken by the relevant organizations and as agreed. What will happen to him now? Well, anything happens in life. But if you think Putin is very bad and you will take revenge tomorrow, Prigozhin, will be dismissed. No, that will not happen, said Alexander Lukashenko. Military companies. Some of them are heroes of Russia. Many employees receive awards and rewards. Not because they are the people of Prigozhin, but because they fought so well. Before that and now, they fought all over the world to defend freedom or fight for freedom. That's why I think it's wrong to destroy such a room, said Alexander Lukashenko. According to rebels, insurgents, and others, this was President Putin's first attack on Saturday morning. I don't think the reaction has changed over time. The measure has changed but has become mediocre. It's one thing to say it in front of the world, another thing to say it in your heart, the president continued. Lukashenko: Russia is the future of the world. The resources are all there. The president asked the proposals for the Eurasian Economic Union, BRICS and SCO alliances, and what measures should be taken to make the CIS one of the pillars of the multipolar world. The head of state said, "Our problem is that if we decide to do it, we will be very scared." I brought this issue up too. He recalled telling Russian President Vladimir Putin at a recent meeting in Moscow that Russia should be more assertive in its work. Although countries in the post-Soviet space may have different interests, they can still unite. Russia is the future of the world. All the resources are there, added the president. He noted that the country has a lot of technology in different fields. Combination. If they destroy us, they will destroy us one by one. Belarus and Russia understand this, he said. Negotiations that ended the Wagnerian military offensive last month. Following the deal with Russian President Vladimir Putin after the coup, Lukashenko told CNN's Matthew Chance that the Wagnerian leader is currently in Russia. Don, in southern Russia on June 24 took place. Lukashenko said that if Wagner's troops remained in the country, they would have to sign an agreement with the Belarusian government, making it clear that Minsk will not set up camps for armed groups here. When asked why he was willing to send troops against the Kremlin, Lukashenko said, "The Russians think it's safe for them, but they're wrong. I don't think Wagner will stand there and turn his gun. It's about the Belarusian police and the Belarusian state. Lukashenko said anything can happen in life. But I don't see it happening today. You have to work with people. Kremlin spokesman Peskov confirmed that Prigozhin and Putin will meet soon. He said that Prigozhin's move to Belarus was an agreement between the two leaders. The invasion on February 24, 2022 crossed the border between Belarus and Russia into Ukraine. But on Thursday, Lukashenko said he did not regret his country's involvement in the conflict, because I was not involved in the project. As you say, regarding the invasion of Ukraine from our land, President Putin has a question why he chose the shortest route instead of Bryansk to withdraw the Russian army from Kiev, at the end of the Russian-Belarusian Union. City. Video showing gold, silver and wigs. By the way, Russian media reported that the police said that Prigozhin's St above. The video, described as shameful by the TV presenter, shows gold, silver and wigs, as well as guns and numerous passports that seem to belong to Prigozhin under a different name. Until recently, Russian state television supported Wagner's operations in Ukraine, but after the failed coup, outlets seem to have moved to attack creative private military companies. In one episode, Russia 24 posted a video of the police shooting at his office and several photos of the ornately decorated building, where the wardrobe can be seen with many colorful wigs. Russian state television regularly broadcasts images of terrorist plans defined as attacks and crimes by the security services. Experts and human rights defenders say the Russian authorities have a model of bringing criminal cases against the Kremlin's political candidates. The Wagner-led coup in June is the biggest threat to Putin's position since Russia launched a war on Ukraine in February 2022. The former Kremlin leader threatened to harshly retaliate those who took part in the protests, saying past treason would be punished. But on Thursday, Belarusian leader Lukashenko asked Prigozhin for freedom and said he did not believe Putin would seek revenge on Sheikh Wagner. What will happen next to Prigozhin? Everything happens in life. But if you think that Putin is cruel and cruel, tomorrow he will kill Prigozhin. No, it will not happen.